Welcome back to the Cutty and Govy show. Everybody take a look at Govy. He's really tan. He's going up north tomorrow. Is it tomorrow, Govy?
It's tomorrow.
Going up north to visit his new grandchild. And no show next week, folks. I have the day off. Do I get paid, Govy?
Why are we having no show next week?
I thought you're going.
I'm back. I'm back on Wednesday.
Oh, jeez. Thought I was getting some PTO, some paid time off.
Nope, there is a show next week.
Govy, I got all this stuff here. We could talk about anything. I mean, let's start with Philadelphia. That's where we're originally from. They had the garbage man strike for 10 days. And do you know what they were striking over? I mean, I don't know what the budget in the city of Philadelphia is.
Why don't you tell their salary first, just so people get an understanding?
Go ahead, Govy.
No, I'm just
your
saying,
show.
No, I'm just saying it's $47,000.
All right, so a garbage man makes $47,000 a year, which is not a lot of money for that kind of job where you're handling garbage. You're in the heat of the summer. It stinks.
Up in the morning, it's cold in the winter.
You're dealing with the rats and the feces and the dogs running after you. I mean, 47. So they wanted a 6% increase. And the city of Philadelphia offered them a 3% increase. 6% is $2,400 per trash collector. 3% is $1,200. So let's figure it out. They had all this trash, and I don't know if you folks have seen it on the news. Trash piled up like you can't believe. And when you add up, if they gave everybody 6% and 3%.
9,000 workers.
9,000 workers. It added up to $12 million, and the city was upside down with trash. $12 million, and the city is spending $500 million on immigrants, right?
$500 million on immigrants. The COVID, there was fitting out schools. The mask, you had to show.
I mean, it's unbelievable. They're fighting with these pay these guys. What are you talking about? It's $12 million. Your budget in Philly is probably $5 billion a year. You're talking $12 million, and it's an essential worker. It's like a police officer. If you saw the trash in the streets, you would die.
To make things worse is when the Cheryl Parker was elected mayor. She basically said to the trash workers, "I know your contract's coming up." And it was due like within 2 months after she became mayor. She said, "Can I get my feet under me first? Can I give you a 5% bump and we'll discuss it next year? That way I get to take care of some of the things. I'm just new to the job." They said, okay. So she gave them 5%. Then
But there was a lot of inflation last year. There's not inflation now.
But she gave them the 5% for the 1 year.
Yeah.
Then they came back where they wanted to continue the 5%. She came down to 2.75%.
It's unbelievable.
They settled on 3%. The trash workers are not happy because they think that you're striking for 10 days. They didn't come out that well. She won, and this is one time.
Why did they cave? Why'd they cave? Public sentiment?
I think that she started hiring some private people to do certain things.
Yeah, I saw that with backhoes and dumpsters.
So I don't know. I think they deserve more money.
So they ended up getting 3% over 9 years. They got 3, and 3. I mean, 3 years they got 9%.
Take out 10 days.
It's crazy. That's unbelievable. No, they get strike pay. I mean, the union has money for strike pay. Yeah,
but it's not that much money. I mean, you're going to strike for the first time since 1986.
Well, I dealt with the unions my 40-year career, and I just can't believe they folded the tent. I mean, these guys are tough-ass guys. I mean, I had a lot of union issues over the years. I mean, we always, made nice with them and did okay.
She did one thing that I thought was pretty smart, actually. The head of the union of District Council 33 came out and went to the newspapers and gave the mayor's salary and said she gave herself a raise and all this other stuff.
How much does she make?
I think like $245,000
for mayor of the city of Philadelphia.
For the mayor of Philadelphia.
Doesn't the president only make like
$400?
Wow, you get $240 for being a mayor and $400 for being a president.
Well, I'll go into
what's the vice president make?
I don't know, $300. Well, I got done telling you. I'll just finish my one thought. So
Sorry for so rudely interrupting you.
No, it's okay. But when the District Council 33 said what she made and she gave herself a raise, she really didn't give herself a raise. She did give all of her friends that she hired, they all got a raise. She did help out everybody that helped her in her campaign that she hired. They got a raise from the previous administration, but she turned around and told what the president of District Council 33 makes. So I think when all these,
What's he make?
I think he makes more than the mayor.
Wow.
So
Well,
like
I'm sure
280. And I think what ends up happening is the other union members are looking at this guy making 280. They're making 47,000.
he deserves 280. He's like the CEO of a business.
It's a little, I listen,
He represents 9,000
I
employees.
got done telling you when we're talking about salaries, where states have to take it over. Did you see what the lifeguards make in California, in Santa Monica, Long Beach, and Malibu? Do you see what the lifeguards make?
What 40, 50 grand?
400,000 a year. They make
No
more money.
friggin' way. A lifeguard makes 400,000. Well, I guess
They
they're
make
saving
more
lives,
money
but
than the
still.
president of the United States. I
That
mean,
is insane. We should do a whole show on what people make.
I mean, it was mind-boggling. I'm
I
thinking
can't even get out of my mouth what you make.
400,000 though. That's a lot of money
That
for a
is
life.
staggering for a lifeguard to
Now,
make 400,000. How
now
does a lifeguard? Is that like the chief of the lifeguards, the head of the
that's
lifeguards?
like the guys that are running their crew, but then there's people underneath. So I mean, so what do they have? Six, five people.
Yeah.
But you got to realize though, another thing that they do have, it's all year round. Atlantic City or South Jersey or North Jersey, that's only summer jobs.
Oh,
I don't think you pay a lifeguard like
it's
Ocean City, New Jersey, all year
yeah.
round.
No, it's like the fire. The union fire guys that work in the city of Philadelphia. They make a lot of money, and some places it's volunteer. It's a seasonal thing.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just saying. So there's California, but
Well, okay, Gavi. So the union lost. Mayor Parker won, but the
I'm going
city
to Philly. It shouldn't smell. I mean, could you imagine owning a restaurant? And you're sitting outside
no,
and you can't.
no.
And they can't. July 4th weekend, people come to visit the city, and there's trash all over. They canceled some of the July 4th celebrations. LL Cool J canceled because he didn't want to cross the picket line.
Right. A lot of guys don't want to do that. Well, before we get on to Epstein, because that seems to be the story of the week, let's talk about the Jeff Bezos wedding because I'm sick and tired of watching it. And I've been watching Megyn Kelly, and she's been great. They're ripping Lauren Sanchez, the wife, for her dress, her outfit. It has buttons, it doesn't have buttons. Her boobs are too big, her face is too exploding. But the best part about the wedding, which I just found out, Bezos's 4 kids did a no-show. That doesn't look like it's going to last too long. This marriage. I mean, the 4 kids
Did her
didn't.
kids come?
Her kids came.
So her kids came with Gonzalez and the other one.
Yeah,
They came.
her kids came. Bezos's 4 kids did not come.
Well, that's the message.
It is. Well, she stole Jeff Bezos away from Mackenzie Phillips or whatever the heck her name was. And he had to give her 39.6 billion or whatever he gave her. But the 4 kids were no show. And so I'm watching all the intricacies of this wedding. The reason they had it over there with the gondolas and the boats was that so the photographers could get all the celebrities' pictures by virtue of the fact that the boat had to come up to the dock and people had to help people get on these little boats to go wherever the hell they were going. All the photographers got to see Leo DiCaprio, all the Kardashians.
Chris Jenner.
Yeah, all the Kardashians. What I don't know if that other what's his name? What's the husband? The guy, the transvestite or whatever he became.
Oh, Jenner, Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner, was he
now
there?
Caitlyn is now.
Caitlyn Jenner, was he
Jenner.
there?
I don't think so.
No, but all the
He had a bad week.
Kardashians.
He had a bad week though,
Why? What happened to him?
because his manager, who's also like in her 20s, she was lived with her. She was like a pretty uh, transvestite, and she got behind a her four wheeler, like moped or
Right.
thing, and she ran into the back of a car in Malibu, like leaving his house, hit the car, swerved, and then went off the cliff.
She died?
Yeah,
And that's his manager?
and living like I think
Wow. That's a crazy story.
yeah.
Now, did he have all the surgery? I mean, did he have his dick chopped off and stuff like
I don't
that?
think so.
Oh,
I don't think so.
what a goofball. I
Imagine
mean,
what it's
real.
like to put that foot inside a woman's shoe with the points. Like,
Oh
could you
my
I'm like,
God.
it's just,
What a knucklehead. I
but
mean,
yeah. So
to
that
each
was
his own. I don't really care, but
Yeah, so that's
So, since we're talking about penises, let's talk about Epstein, Jerome Epstein. What happened there, Gabby? They were all over it. Cash Patel was jumping up and down before he became the FBI director. Pam Bondi, everybody was,
Dan Bongino. They were
all
all
of them were on the bandwagon. Expose the list. And now that they're in office, they're
well,
hiding the carrot. What do they
well,
call it? Hide the
yeah,
whatever.
I think look, Pam Bondi, I'm a Trump fan. This is his first.
I'm loving it.
This is the first real big mistake, forced mistake that even Trump supporters want to know like you're bullshitting. He didn't
Well,
answer.
tell our audience, our 400,000 listeners,
Okay.
what happened.
So what happened is Pam Bondi on her desk said, I have the list on my desk. I'm going to
The
release it.
list of people.
The list of people that visited the island that were associated with Jeffrey Epstein. And it didn't, and she didn't really release it. She released some minor stuff that it was like a minuscule of what she promised. And then she promised that it's going to come out later. And it never came out. So people are suggesting that Donald Trump, who answers all questions, like steered away from this yesterday during his 2-hour cabinet meeting. He
That
was
was pretty cool.
yeah, he was able to deflect it by saying, "Listen, we got Russia going on here. We got ICE members. We got a lot of stuff doing. Like, do you need to really ask about Jeffrey Epstein?" When in reality, he ducked the question. I think the reason why he's not giving the list is just before they were giving the list, they called in. Someone called in to Bondi, Dan Bongino, Patel, Trump, Vance, and they said the people on the list are royalty in other countries. They could be major dignitaries. I'm going to say something. I'm not saying this is true. It's not true. It could be someone that's pretty high up in Israel that said, I don't want to be, maybe his name came out there that he was fooling around. Might not be pedophile. Maybe it was with the masseuse. Maybe he was just on the list.
Netanyahu.
It could be BB.
Well, Jerome Epstein, was a big Jew,
And
and he was connected with
and they
Israel.
were saying he was part of CIA.
Right.
And maybe someone said to him, this would really cause a lot of things.
But
And
I
it
don't
also
I
could have
don't
been
I don't understand what you're saying. I mean, Pam Bondi, Trump, everybody knew the names on the list before they started bragging that they're gonna release the list. What are you saying? Somebody made a call and said, "Look, you're gonna embarrass these world leaders, the royals,
it could
kill it."
I'm gonna like again, it could be a royal from a prince. You got to remember this. This is we're looking at it today, 2025. So when you look at people, take BB for instance. If you look at BB, what's BB? 76 years old, 77
Right.
years old? Well, go back to 1995.
He has a checkered past. He was a big cheater like Trump.
I didn't know that.
No, no, no.
But
He was always being accused of
okay.
marital infidelity, but that's very different than being a pedophile.
I
Epstein
but
was a
well,
pedophile.
he
One
was a
thing
ve
to
but he also
bang a
had
bunch of
girls.
women.
He also had other girls. It wasn't all younger girls. I guarantee you he had the gambit. Like, he had older girls that they were still it was still sex trafficking because, again, we discussed it last week. You could take someone 23 years old, move them from tell them from New York, say,
Only if you buy him something, right?
well, or money.
Oh, or
I mean, they
money.
didn't get on a plane and say, "By the way, I want you to take care of these guys on my island. I'm giving you nothing." I mean,
I
no.
see. Yeah.
So that's part of sex trafficking. Now you got to remember 1995. So what's BB? When you go back, so he's in his 30s,
So it's 30,
40s.
47 years old. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe there's a prince of Norway right now who is 65 years old.
But Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about anybody. I mean, he doesn't care,
I think he
if
cares.
if he embarrasses Prince Harry or not Harry,
It depends
Prince
who.
Charles or King Charles.
I don't know. He was just in Denmark. He stayed at the castle.
Yeah.
How do you know all of a sudden I'm just
Yeah.
spitballing here. How do you know that one of them said to him, "Hey, by the way, this is my brother's on the
Macron
list."
could be on the list.
Well, yeah. But how do you know somebody didn't say to him, "My brother's on this list"? What can you do? It's going to cause a major problem in the royal family, and maybe Trump has this compassion with the like he could say, "Okay, what's the difference? It's done now."
See, the problem though is he's in this huge battle with Elon Musk. And Elon, but those two guys were asshole buddies. I mean, side by side for 3 months. Musk
And
got
Elon
him.
wants the list to come out.
Yeah, and Elon, I'm sure when they're flying in the helicopter, Air Force One, driving in the back of the beast, Trump is talking shit to Elon and saying, this and that, blah, blah, blah. So Elon knows everything. Maybe he doesn't have the proof, but he knows all the facts.
Or maybe he doesn't want to like come out with the proof because his stock's up like $10, $11.
I
Like
saw that
it was
12.
getting a hit. I mean, he's real. I mean, like sometimes, you know,
But,
what's the benefit?
he's becoming invincible because, I mean, Trump bashed him and his stock plummeted $45 and now it came back. So, I mean, at some point, Elon's going to feel really strong. I mean, is he going to come out and kill this thing?
Well, it came back, but Trump also picked a new guy to run NASA, not the person.
Yeah.
And by the way, Musk didn't want that person that he had. It used to work for
He
Musk,
was a Democrat.
right? And all of a sudden, Trump went with Kempa or
Yeah. Trump didn't want a
nothing.
Democrat in that position. But anyway, so we'll see. So in your opinion, your professional opinion, being a podcast superstar, do you believe the list will ever come out or it's dead? I mean,
It's dead.
Congress can't do anything
It's
about it.
dead because I'll tell you why. Democrats don't want the list to come out because they're definitely on it. I mean, Bubba is on that list.
How about Giselle Maxwell? She's sitting 20 years in the can. Why doesn't she come out and
That's
say something
that's
about,
the million
hey,
dollar.
I can, give me a free pass out of this shithole and I'm going to get I'll give you the list. She
Well,
knows the list.
I think she's meeting with her lawyers right now.
Do you?
I think she's basically saying, if there is no list, because they're now saying there is no list,
Right.
what am I doing in jail? I
Right.
was there. I was invited like everybody else.
Get me. I'm out.
I'm out.
She's out.
Like I wasn't his right. I was there. I showed up like I was a guest. I wasn't the person.
I don't know what she was convicted of. I don't know what the
I
crime
think
was.
helping and doing everything, but she could say there's no list. I mean, I think she could get out.
I agree with you.
Or she could say, or she could turn around and say, okay, Trump is saying there's now no list. I have a list. Now that she can make she
Yeah.
can make Trump look bad. She could say, I don't know why he's lying to you. Here's the list.
I think she's afraid they'll kill her. They'll kill her. I mean, obviously they can kill people in jail.
They could kill
Whitey Bulger,
Well, they
Epstein.
can. You don't think they tried to kill Trump? I mean,
who's
they got rid of
they?
6. They suspended 6 Secret Service agents, and
Right.
this Butler thing is going on forever. I mean, there's no way Biden. He didn't want to get to the bottom of it. I mean, this guy's on the roof. As you're looking at the pictures, the guy's on the roof. Trump. Why did they even let Trump go out and speak? If they knew it wasn't shut down and they were looking for someone, why would they let him out there? That if someone missed, they would have shot someone and killed him, and they did.
I'm going to take the other side of it, Govy. Why? Trump obviously knows what happened. He's the president of the United States. Kash Patel and Bongino and everybody know him, Christie know him. They all work for him. He knows what happened. Why wouldn't he let it come out?
I don't know
I
if
mean,
he
why-
knows.
Why wouldn't he know?
Because
if
I think
anybody knows, he would
because
know.
I think the past administration did a cover up. I think, listen,
Oh.
they cleaned up the scene pretty quick. Why did they cremate the body? I mean, they were pretty much on top of. I mean, they're pretty secretive. I mean, this whole Biden. I mean, look at Biden's doctor.
Yeah, he's not.
Let's look. I mean, here's a doctor took the 5th. Did you see the questions he took the 5th on?
What were
The first
they?
2 questions.
I thought he wasn't coming in front of Congress.
He did. He came in front of Congress yesterday.
Oh,
He
I
took the
missed
5th
it. I
on every
missed the day.
questions. 16 questions. He took the 5th on all. But it was pretty. Comer was pretty. The first question he said is, "Did anybody in the administration tell you to lie about his health?" That has nothing to do with doctor.
And he took the
patient-
5th on that.
He took the 5th on that, and that sent the red flags up because this wasn't asking anything about his health. It was asking, did anybody in the administration ask you to lie
Wow.
about him? And he took the 5th.
So I'm taking the other side, Gavi, as we always do on this show. I don't really care. I don't care. Move on. I mean,
I
it is
do.
what's the difference? Auto pen, so he gave all these
Well,
pardons.
who was when you say
Who
auto?
cares? What's the difference now? Is it solving the Israeli problems?
what
Is it
happens if-
fixing
well, what happens
Ukraine
if
and
he gave-
Russia? Is it fixing the economy? Is it lowering rates? It's not doing anything. So who cares? We're going to have Congress sitting there for
Okay, so-
weeks and months. Who was auto pen? Do you care?
Who's the person that was running for mayor or governor of Georgia that lost? She was the big, heavy-set woman.
Yeah, I forget.
Okay. Anyway, she's in the news again right now, and she got what, $2 billion?
Oh yeah, she got
Stacey
$2 billion.
Abrams.
Stacey Abrams.
Okay, so what happens if you found out that the auto pen, without Biden knowing it, somebody,
But they're taking the money back from her.
not yet,
No, no, they're yanking it back.
but say there's someone else out there that got money that for a cause. How about if it was a pro-Palestinian got $4 billion for their to cause aggravation in this country? Should you not know about it? If Biden didn't really mean it, it was some 29-year-old
All
kid.
right, let's dig deep into this instead of let's have a real intellectual conversation. If we know about it, what's it going to fix? That it's not going to happen again? Are there going to be restrictions around the presidency?
No, 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 no,
Are there
no.
going to have to be two people that have to witness his signature
The
every time he
First of all,
signs
the auto
something?
pen was for if the president, say, is out of the country,
And he signs 100
and there
letters or
was something
something.
for
Yeah,
minor. That's what it
yeah.
was for. Now, most of these auto pen signatures, like 80%, he was in the White House. He didn't need to do it.
But if we find it, my question is, if we find out all the facts,
Okay,
what's
what could
that?
happen?
How's that help us
I'll
as
tell
we
you how
sit
it.
here? Is it are car sales going to go up? Are housing
But
sales
no,
going
I'll
to
tell
go
you
up?
what
Are
it could
things
do.
going to happen?
What happens if it went to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court rules that all pardons, everything that he used the auto pen for, bills, executive orders, they all get turned down. It goes back because it wasn't Joe Biden that used it. The power of the pardon is gone because they don't know if it was Biden who pardoned him. He's the only person that can pardon someone. It can't be Joe Biden pardoning. It can't be Hunter. Hunter can't say, "Here's the pen. I want my friend to
Do you
be."
know if Hunter Biden's pardon was a auto pen or his original signature?
His was the only one that was original signature.
Oh wow!
So
Look
so
at
Joe
Gavi with the
so
facts.
so Joe Biden knew to give that one the regular signature. But by the way, his brothers, his sisters, Fauci, uh, Schiff, Pelosi,
Auto pen.
auto pen. So what happens if someone says they don't get immunity now? All
Well,
of a,
what
s-
are we going to get out of their
well,
testimony?
all of a sudden, Schiff becomes a little bit different now. Now he's a senator.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
you should know. You should know if who was the president of the United States.
It just seems like all these things they have a way of dragging, stalling, like this doctor who knew he was cognitively declined is going to sit there and say, I take the fifth, I take the
But
fifth.
they dragged it because the way our country and laws work is if you don't control the House, you can't do anything, or the Senate. It's done. So you need to have all three branches basically, and the Supreme Court to really get things done. So when they wanted to investigate, Biden could just say no, it's squashed, done. Now they're able to. Now they have a short time to see if they can do this. They'll probably win the midterms, but I would like to know who was the president of the United States. Maybe Biden gave an executive order. Maybe signed something on his pen. Don't worry about the investigation on Butler, Pennsylvania. Don't worry about. No one got fired. How can a Secret Service get fired?
Well, the top lady did. She quit
She
or
quit. She
whatever.
didn't get fired.
Yeah.
She got her pension. So I mean, there's a lot of questions that you got to know
All
with it.
right. Well,
And I think it's important to get to know like who's
well,
running the country.
not to belabor the point, but I mean, if the guy takes the fifth 16 times, you're getting nowhere with this
But
guy.
you can because now you can bring it up and then you can ask him. You can hold him in contempt of court, and because they have a track record.
I don't know, a doctor, medical
No,
records, there's
because they're
client,
asking him.
doctor
No, they're
privilege.
asking. Did anybody in the administration tell you to lie? Did anybody tell you to lie? Did anybody tell you not to
And he
give it
took
to
the
him?
fifth on
And he
that.
took the fifth. They said that, by the way, they have him on much worse than what they got Flynn for, who was found guilty. Don't forget,
And he
Flynn,
went to jail.
Flynn, I think, went to jail for a
Yeah,
little bit.
he did
Okay,
go.
Navarro went to jail for a while.
Steve Bannon went to
Steve
jail.
Bannon went to jail. So all these people went to jail for much less than this doctor. I think they can go up to this doctor and they could squeeze him pretty good. And he could. And by the way, one other thing, this doctor was involved in his business dealings. He was an investor with his brother.
Oy.
So how many doctors do you know are now making money with the Bidens, and you're taking care of the Joe? I mean, that's
Crazy stuff, Gavi.
uh,
Let's talk while we're talking crazy. P. Diddy. I mean, my prediction was time served. I said all along he was going to get off time served, But now it looks like this judge hates him pretty good. Wouldn't give him bail. I think now I'm changing from time served to the max is 10 years for each count. That would be 20 years. He was convicted of 2 counts. Most judges would allow the 2 counts, the 10 years to run consecutively. So it would only be 10 years. And then you get time off for alcohol rehab and all that nonsense. I mean, I think the guy's going to see between 5 and 10 years.
Well, I'm becoming like an expert in the New York judges because in the past year, I've sat through Donald Trump for 3 weeks with the one judge, was it Krogan or the guy?
Marshawn?
Well, Marshawn was the guy that he just hated the guy.
Yeah.
His daughter was actually working for the Democratic Party, raising money.
Right.
So that was great for them. And you got to see everything that he wouldn't allow in evidence. They did certain things. Then the other one, the one with Letitia James, the one who wasn't even appointed, like or elected.
Right.
The older,
I know. All the
guy
names escape me
the guy that
anymore.
held him for what, $400 million
Yeah.
for saying that with no
Right.
one that got hurt. So when you get to see these judges and the power that they have,
They do have power. It's unbelievable.
I mean, if they couldn't stand Trump. I mean, they made it so difficult, and they were smiling. They kept him there for weeks. So there's a person that could have looked at this tape, looked at Diddy, and said, "I don't like this guy, and I don't care. I don't care that he should get off. I don't care. I have the ability to take this guy and put him in jail for 5 years, and I want to do that."
So what's your prediction? 5 years?
My prediction is 4 years, year served. Year served is 3 years. Then he can take some programs, get it down to just over 2 years, which makes him eligible for a federal low security place to go to for 2 years. And I think his legal team will appeal it like crazy.
That's what I think. That's my prediction. I believe his legal team is telling him right now, you're getting 8 years, but we're going to wear him down. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And we're going to get it down to 2 years.
Right.
But I think the judge throws 8 years knowing that the legal team will chop it down.
Yeah. It's like that.
But the judge wants to, like, for the public, this guy's a scumbag, and I'm going to show
Absolutely.
everybody. Yeah.
And he can get away with that.
Yeah.
And then the public will sit there and say he served something.
Right.
He will be devastated because he tasted the air of the outside.
Right.
I mean, I think he thinks he would have been out already.
But you see, he did get a standing ovation when he got back into prison.
Yeah.
They went crazy. They went all the prisoners went nuts.
Well, they're
him.
also thinking he's going to help them out. He's going to put some money in the old canteen for them.
I'm sure he has to.
commissary.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm sure they're treating him great in there. He promised everybody money.
100,000 for everybody in here. You know,
But he also has 60 civil lawsuits against him.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Well, that's why he has the house in Miami that he paid off. So they can't touch his mansion in Miami.
Right, homestead.
That's homesteaded. And I think they probably had enough time to put stuff in his kids' names and all the others. Listen, these guys are pros. I mean, his lawyers are pros.
Well, Govy, P. Diddy, you're saying 2 years, 3 years. I'm saying 8.
So how do you feel? Here's my
I'm going
question.
8.
Talking about New York, we have 9 million people in the city of New York. And the people that they came up with that could be a mayor of the most powerful city in the world. And they came up with a socialist who told you he's a democratic socialist. You got Adams, who, by the way, if he wasn't pardoned by Donald Trump, he's done.
He's in jail.
Como is being investigated by Donald Trump right now. And then you got the guardian angel guy,
Curvis
Sliva, who, by the way,
got shot by John Gotti Jr.
Yeah, but he runs every year in the Republican ticket to become mayor of New York. He wins every year.
I like him.
Yeah, he wins every year, but he loses the general election.
I think he's okay.
So they want him to bow out because they think that if they can back, either Adams or Como, they could win. He's saying, I'm not dropping out, and I don't blame him because why should he drop out? If the other two are losers and he's it, he should say, I'm sticking. It's me versus the socialist.
But did you see Mayor Adams in the Hamptons at Castamagis's, whatever that grocer? He had a giant party for Mayor Adams in the Hamptons, raising millions of dollars.
He's nervous.
Yeah, what's his name? Castanazes.
He has all those supermarkets.
Yeah, he's got a lot of supermarkets. Yeah, so they're all sucking up
and
to
a radio
Mayor
show.
Right. He's got the rate on WPN or
I think
something.
CNN comes on that radio station.
Right, and, Mayor Adams is in the Hamptons, he's wearing his white pants and his pink shirt, and, everybody's all up his tuchus, they wanna, suck up to him. I think Adams is gonna win as an independent. There's no way the socialist gets in, I'm sorry. It's just not Adams is gonna get the African American vote, right?
Yeah.
They're not gonna vote
But here's the
he's gonna
thing.
get the Jewish vote, right?
But yes, but here's the thing. They are here's the beauty of
How
this
many
whole
Muslims are there in New York?
here's the beauty of the whole thing. All the Democratic Party, by the way, it's 9-1. 9 Democrats to 1 Republican in New York. The Democratic Party is now they're asking Hakeem Jeffries, they're asking Chuck Schumer. They're saying, if you're a Democrat, they're saying, who do I vote for? They need guidance. They want their top people to say, who do we vote for? Schumer, somebody has to say, don't vote for this guy. But if they tell him, vote for him,
I don't think they're gonna say anything.
but the people
They're not
does-
gonna endorse
well,
anybody.
then there's a problem in the Democratic Party. If Hakeem Jeffries and Schumer do not endorse, by the way, there's a lot of people are endorsing him. They are. He's getting a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
Ha
labor.
this Hakeem Jeffries is so great at, ditching a question. You ever hear him like, "Are you going to endorse this guy?" "Well, I'll tell you, this guy has several good points," and he goes on
Doesn't
this
even do
long
that. Well,
what?
you could ask Hakeem Jeffries, "Are you going to endorse this person?"
He won't endorse him.
And he'll turn around and say, "I think it's horrible what's going on in California with the ICE
Yeah,
situation."
right.
And all of a sudden,
Yeah.
that's how he does things. But I think the Democratic Party needs to go up to their voting base and say, "What do you want us to
Why?
do? Or what do you want us to do?"
Why?
Well, because
Why?
the Democratic Party gets behind people.
Why can't this one they sit it out and let the chips where they fall?
Because in the New York Post right now, they're saying that this guy, this socialist, is picking up unions left and right. Don't forget.
Is he?
Yeah.
These unions are supporting this nutball.
Teachers, everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're all coming.
Where do you get this the New
It's
York
in the
Post?
New York Post. And by the way, the New York Post isn't the daily news, New York.
Yeah.
They're telling you this guy is serious.
Wow, I didn't know the unions are starting to back him. The major unions?
Yeah.
This is a
Well,
problem.
well, it's a lot to take. It's a chance on. You're nervous. I think, like me personally, I want to see a little destruction. I would love the socialists to become the mayor of New York.
Yeah, but if
You get what you deserve.
if I'm a New Yorker, I don't really care who wins it if this guy doesn't win it. I don't want this guy to win it. But I don't care if Curtis Leva wins it. He's not bad in my book.
If you're a New
I don't
Yorker,
care if Mayor Adams wins it. I mean, Mayor Adams is
because you're thinking nothing gets done, it's no big deal. It
Yeah.
doesn't affect life. This guy you think is a life changer. He can.
I don't think he'll get anything done, but he's gonna be a disruptor. He's gonna create chaos.
You got a person that's anti-Semitic.
Yeah,
He's racist.
but nothing will ever get passed.
Well, he's now in control, except the 32-year-old is now in control of billions and billions of
That's
dollars.
a problem.
That he runs LaGuardia and this and that he can put all the people he wants in place, that you have destruction for the next 20
How
years.
about the immigrants?
A lot. He could do. I mean, you're making like he doesn't have power. Are you kidding me?
Well, how about Rudy Giuliani? I saw him on the news. He's coming back.
Right.
He doesn't like this guy. He said they got to vote
Nobody.
him out.
But that's why I want him. I want this guy because you know what? New York, this is what you wanted. Be prepared for what you want. California right now, my big thing is you got 20 million people that came across the border. They're upset with how
Well,
ICE
they're down
is-
to 18 million. Trump's got 2 million out already.
Okay, so 18 million. Here's my question. They want it to be. Do you really think, like California, you go up to Karen Bass, the mayor, or Newsom and say, can we ask them to leave nicely? We asked them to leave nicely.
They're leaving.
And they said no. No, we were asking them to leave nicely. If they don't leave nicely, or by the way, if you arrest one for murder or rape, when you're in jail, can you hand them over to us? They're like, no, we can't do that. Then they have to go in, when they release him, go into the neighborhoods. And if he's in a house with 10 other people who are illegal, that are nice people, they're just part of the collateral damage because you can't, when you're there to arrest illegals and they're illegal with their papers, it would make things so much easier if they cooperated. If they are arrested, hand them over. But you can't expect 18 million people, if you say, can you now leave? They're not leaving. Now, you took them in And now, what is your answer? Is their answer just let them stay here?
But that's the way it is. Why are you getting upset about it? It's not changing.
Well, when they keep saying they pay taxes, they don't pay taxes. What do they pay
Maybe in
taxes?
Philadelphia, they should have hired them to pick up the trash and given them some kind of amnesty. You go become
Oh, now to
trashmen.
become a scab. So now they're illegal and they're a scab. So now they're walking across. So now we could
They
just
would
take
do something helpful. They'd pick
do
up the trash.
target practice. So then when one gets shot,
Right,
then all of a sudden there's a lawsuit because all the lawyers
right,
get to say, "Hey, wait a second, you put me in the line of fire."
right. I don't know. I mean, California's California. It's not, nothing's going to
I
change
want to
that.
tell you how crazy the world is. A year ago, year and a half ago, I told you that I'm embarrassed for the United States that that Fetterman is running to be senator of Pennsylvania and he's taking out Dr. Oz. And I couldn't understand how anybody could vote for a person that can't talk. This guy is to me the leading Democratic nomination for president of the United States. He's common sense. He's okay.
Well, he didn't vote for the big beautiful bill.
Fine. He didn't vote for the big beautiful bill. Maybe it's not perfect, but I tell you one thing, he's for the ICE agents
I
to
know,
do their
but why
job.
is everything on party lines like that? It's just so
He's
bad. I
not though.
mean,
He's crossed over
not for vote. He never crossed over for vote.
on the big well, there's some you could have some issues with it.
I have issues with it, but I mean, you have to move on. You had a debt ceiling. There were things you had to do. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like ridiculous.
Well, now that's what we're coming to now. So now it used to be that there would be votes back and forth. So if I told you a couple of years ago or before Trump, how about that? BT, before Trump ever got into politics, if I told you how many Republicans are in Congress versus how many Democrats, and if there's a vote that comes up, you never thought, well, how many Republicans do we have? How many Democrats? And it goes on party lines. Everything's party line now.
Yeah,
Everything.
it's really sick.
Except for, by the way,
Sucks.
every time there's a big vote, it comes down to Susan Collins of Maine,
I know. Get rid
Murkowski of
of. Wow.
Alaska, Massey of Ohio. I can name you all the people that they have to
And
beg
what
and
happened to that seat in Virginia where that guy was an independent?
Manson.
Yeah.
Well, he was a Democrat, took over. It's
Yeah.
Republican now.
Oh, it's a Republican seat? I knew you'd know the answer to that,
It's a
Gavi.
Republican seat now.
Anyway, getting back to sports, last subject of the day, let's talk AI. What's going on there? This is great.
Well, AI, first of all, you have all these really pretty influencers in tennis. So, like Paige Loren, which is Tommy Paul's girl, is a real big influencer. She's trying to create a Martha Stewart line. She's really talented, really pretty. She's spot on. Then you have Fritz's girl, who is also an influencer. But now you have this influencer that is part of AI, artificial intelligence. And this girl that they made up is unbelievable looking,
Gorgeous.
and she's getting all these hits. And then you gotta sit there and wonder.
Well, the influencers are going to be out of business.
Yeah, you gotta say you could look up her name. I think it's Zulu. Zulu is her name. She's magnificent looking that they came up with. You talk about a tough world right now. When you have to compete with artificial intelligence, that I think the future is going to be like when you look at the news at night. Why do they need to pay someone like David Muir? Put a good-looking guy up there, read the news.
Well, that's what, Google now is so much better. When you Google somebody or some information, first thing it comes up AI, and it's really cool, the
Right,
answer.
right.
But last question, Gavi. Donald Trump is beating up on Jerome Powell to lower rates. Do you think they should lower rates? The economy seems solid. Things are a little softening, but things are pretty solid.
I would
Housing sucks, car sales suck, but inflation's down,
I would do 50 basis
gas
points.
is down.
I would do 25 basis points
Why?
for the mortgage for the head of mortgage rates. I think that the houses you have to make them more affordable. The people are renting houses or renting now like crazy. Super wealthy people are renting now rather than buying. I think you have to do something for home builders and construction and for the young.
But don't you think that's going to create, if the economy is floating along at a decent pace and there's little inflation now, if all of a sudden you lower rates, the car salesman's making a ton of money, the brokers are making a lot of money again, isn't that going to push prices up? Aren't eggs going to go back up? Aren't vacations going to start happening again? I mean,
Well, no,
right now it's kind of steady.
well, you might have a little tariff. You might get a little spike from tariffs. So, like for instance, Trump's giving you a good deal if you buy an American car. No taxes on the American car. but your other car might be expensive. So lower your mortgage rate, take that money and spread it out because you might have some inflation at the market and other situations.
Well, Trump's idea, which I think is brilliant, is to hire a shadow president of the Fed. So, the Fed, it's not Jerome Powell that just decides this. There's
Mm.
12 Fed governors. So he's going to put somebody else in there, that's going to take a lower rate view and try and create dissension against amongst the other Fed governors and try and get the votes against Powell.
It's a pretty
I
smart
mean,
thing.
rather than firing the guy because you really can't fire him, he's going to do like a palace coup in there.
So I got a quick question before our time's up.
Ask me too.
I'll ask you too. So there's just rumors going around with
It's true.
with Trump that he is
Has body odor.
well, yeah, he works. By the way, he works 20 hours a day, and he wears.
He
His
doesn't
suit.
have time to take a shit.
He
He
wears
just
his
does
suit.
it in his pants.
He wears his suit day and night. I mean,
Right. It's Kevlar.
yeah, but he is wearing that suit at a business meeting. And by the way, when I would go and wear a suit, and I would be in Japan, we're wearing the suit. No joke.
And you can't
7
dry
o'clock in the
clean them
morning.
each day. They ruin the suits.
Right, so he's changing his shirt, his underwear, whatever. But he's wearing the suit 20 hours a day. There's rumors out there that when he gets next to somebody that
They're all holding their nose. Look at the videos of Melania, Marco Rubio. They're all holding their nose. They say
there's nothing worse, by
Did
the
you
way,
see the
than
ar-
standing next to someone that's
Oh
funnier.
my God, or sitting next. But they say that, they're showing all his pants and everything, where it's like they're simulating that he has a catheter and there's bags down there holding his poop and his pee, and they're showing look at his leg, it's fanned out, it's a catheter in there.
I mean, I gotta tell you though, I think the guy's doing doing a great job. I mean, I love listening to people that
Do
say,
you like the Oval Office with 100 pictures all over every
"Yeah,
wall?
why not? He wants to do anything."
And now he's got it in the cabinet room. He put all the pictures.
Great.
And he personally went down to the archives.
I know.
Like he did at the golf course. Every picture he selected.
Well, he chose by the frame. If he liked the frame, he came with the picture. Could have been Napoleon up there, but he liked the frame. Napoleon would have been in the Oval Office. But he's people turn around and say, "You promised that you would end the Ukraine war day one."
He
Well, I
did.
mean, well, he didn't. The Ukraine war, he didn't.
Yeah.
But then you have the eggs. Then you have the guy's handling a lot on his plate right now, and he's really doing I think a pretty good job.
Well, it was the best 6 months any president's ever had, according to him. According to Susie Weil, as chief of staff, too.
What'd you think of the cabinet meeting? They were all laughing. I mean, I think Rubio, he gave a joke with
It's
Rubio.
just so staged. I mean, everyone has to start out. Well, I'm so fortunate that I have the greatest president in the world to work for. I mean, nobody talks like that. I mean, they must have this line
Well, they
that
had.
they must have to say to keep their
Oh, that was
job.
pretty cool. They have Huckabee. I mean, here's Huckabee. He wants to be
He's
the
in a hot
ambassador.
seat.
He
Yeah.
wanted to be in Israel. He wanted to be the ambassador. And Trump's saying, "So what's it like being in a bunker, for?"
Yeah. I mean, I would do that job. I would do that. That would be fun.
Is there anybody else you want to campaign for? Like, you want to be an ambassador? What country?
Nah, I missed all my countries. Everybody, my friend Dr. Anhe Sinha got what do you get? What do you get? Singapore. He got Singapore, and you know,
By the way, that Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-girl, Guilfile,
yeah,
do you see what she looks like right
yeah.
now?
She looks like a dude.
She lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, she doesn't look good.
I mean, she lost a lot of weight.
What country did she get?
Greece.
Oh, they
She's,
gave her Greece.
They gave her her
Right.
nationality.
And the Toyota guy from the club got Italy. What's his-
Greco car.
Yeah,
Greco.
not Greco. I'll forget. I
The other one.
remember. Yeah, I'll remember.
Yeah, he got Italy.
Yeah, so he gave all the slots to, guys at the club, gals at the club, exes for Don Trump Jr. I
Right.
wonder if Tiger Woods' girlfriend, Don Jr.'s wife, will get
They're
one.
talking marriage.
Are they?
Yeah.
You might want to read the National Enquirer?
No, I'm talking. They're talking.
No way.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's a coxman. He's
Nah,
playing with
you
this
know
for
what?
a
He
little
wants to
bit.
settle down.
He wants
and
to
she's
settle
happy.
down. He's 49. Where's he settling?
He's tired.
She's
of being,
got 6 kids.
and he has 2 kids, but her kids are they run around the compound. What's
There's
his
no
younger?
way this guy. I'll take a bet on that one. He's not marrying
His
this girl.
house His house is 40,000 feet.
Doesn't matter. You all end up. My houses were big too, but you all end up in one room.
Thousands of nannies
You
here
all
and
end
there.
up in the kitchen.
They all
Everybody ends up in the kitchen,
okay.
Gavi.
I think that one big happy family.
Right. Anyway, folks, wish Gavi a good trip up north.
Yeah.
And enjoy it. I'll be down here holding down the fort until you get back, and then I'm going to get the hell out of here again. Anyway, everybody, have a great week.
See ya.